Welcome back, students. This is Mr. Keanu here. In today's video, we're going to go over all the types of attacks that we have in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We are going to try to go over them rather quickly, so if there's at any point in the video where you feel like you need to pause and go back, please feel free to do so. First off, we're going to start off with the 6 main attack types that we have in Super Smash. We are going to have ground attacks, strong attacks, smash attacks, throws, aerial attacks, and special moves. So we'll first start off by covering all of our ground attacks. So firstly, we have a neutral attack, which is just done by pressing or spamming A. Then we have our dash attack, which is done by running and pressing A. Then we have our ledge recovery attack, which is just done by being on ledge and pressing A. And lastly, we have our ground attack, which is when we're on the floor and we press A. So for our next attack type, we have our strong attacks, which is also known as a tilt attack. These are just performed by flicking our tilt attack stick into any direction. So first we'll start off with a forward tilt. Then we'll do an up tilt, which is done by flicking the tilt attack stick up. And lastly, we'll do a down tilt, which is just flicking the tilt attack stick down. And for our third attack type, we have our smash attacks. These aren't too difficult to perform, but these are the ones I see you guys struggle with the most often. So I do recommend to practice these as much as you can just to get really good and get consistent with these. So all you have to do to perform a smash attack is flick a stick in a direction and hold A. So we'll first start off with our forward smash. Then lastly, we have our down smash, which is just flicking the stick down and then holding A. Like I said before, these are the ones I see you guys struggle with the most on smash attacks, so make sure you practice the timings on these and get these down, just so you can get better at them in the future and just be able to take away an opponent's stock easier. So next we're going to go into our fourth attack type, which is our throws. So our throws are done by just pressing the throw button. There are around 6 options from a throw, so I'll go ahead and show you guys all of those right now. So every throw is started off by grabbing your opponent. We'll first start off with the pummel, which is started by a grab, then pressing A on your opponent. Next we have our forward throw, which is grabbing and throwing our opponent forward. Then we have a back throw, which is grabbing our opponent and throwing them backwards. Then we have an up throw. Then lastly we have a down throw. Next, which would probably be the most complicated portion of the video, is going to be our aerials. So an aerial is basically when you're in mid-air and you do a move. So it may seem complicated at first, but I promise you guys all it takes is a little bit of practice and you guys will get the hang of it. So first we have our neutral aerial, which is just done by jumping in the air and pressing A without touching the stick in any direction. Then we have our forward aerial, which is done by jumping in the air and pressing the stick forward while also pressing A. Next, which is one of the most powerful but also one of the hardest to pull off, is a back aerial. So this is when you're mid-air and you flick the stick in the direction your character is not facing and you press A. Then we have our up aerial, which is good to juggle opponents, which is when you jump in the air, flick your stick up and press A. Then lastly, we have our down aerial, which is good to do when you're above an opponent, and all you have to do is jump in the air, flick the stick down, and press A. And for our final attack type, we have our special moves. And as I've explained before, our special moves are something that only your character can do, and they are performed by doing the B button. There are going to be 4 special move types. So there's going to be our neutral, which is done by just pressing B alone without any direction. Then we have our side special move, which is done by just performing a side B. And then we have an up special move, which is done by doing an up B. And then lastly, we have our down special move, which is done by just flicking the stick down and pressing B. So before I end off the video, I just wanted to say a few things to you guys, go over what we talked about today. Like I said before, I know there was a lot of information in this video and it kind of came pretty fast. So make sure to take your time with this video and take time with practicing your moves as well. Feel free to go back in the video as many times as you need just to practice what you think you need to. Also, just another important note, what I showed you guys in this video isn't going to be exactly copy for what your character is. All the characters in this game are very different, so make sure to just go practice on your own time and see what you like and how you like to play. This is just a basic rundown for you guys, just to give stuff to think about, but that's where I'm going to leave it off for you guys. Like I said, don't feel frustrated or overwhelmed. Just try your best with this video. Watch as many times as you need. You guys have a good day. See you next time.